UrbanLife.tv, UrbanLife.tv, TV, Underground Rap Business and News Life.tv. Yeah. Welcome to UrbanLife.tv, Underground Rap Business and News Life.tv. It's the podcast portion of it. If y'all was tuning into the radio, y'all know we interviewed M.M.E, Money Means Everything, Lucci, J. Will.
Yeah.
And as you can hear, they still stuck around, man. So they gonna, embrace the podcast and give their input as well. Like, we plan on having a good show, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna rock out like that. I'm gonna introduce my co-host. Well, host.
Smooth, man. I don't never do too good with the intros, but
Yeah.
Y'all know me, I'm Hammer, man. You dig?
Alright, let's introduce our guest, man.
Yeah, Fat Boy Lucci, M.M.E screen, man.
It's your boy J. Will, M.M.E, Southwest, we rapping,
They say we gonna get right into it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want, matter of fact, like, give me, for the podcast portion, we just gonna get, like, a little more introduction from the brothers, like, where y'all from? Let them know a little bit about yourselves.
Yeah. It's Fat Boy Lucci once again, from southwest side of Philly. Gritty. In the music group, M.M.E. started a while back. Probably like, we was NES first, but M.M.E gang and shit. Just young nigga trying to make it, man.
J. Will, Southwest, that's where I'm from, rapping. I was rapping since I was like 13. Running around Southwest battling people, whoever. Switch lanes, start getting in the studio heavy. And just been cooking music ever since. Keep trying to make bangers. Look out for the name, because I'm coming.
Hey, you hear me? Hey, man, I appreciate you, brothers, for coming through. That shit was crazy. Like, don't charge me for that. You know what I'm saying? I've been sipping and dipping. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, but yeah, man, I appreciate you, brothers, for coming out, man, blessing us on the online radio, PQ Radio 1. Yeah, feel me? Yeah, so, man, today I wanted to talk about, the topic of the day being, like, on stuck. You know what I'm saying? And, like, for me, being on stuck got a lot to do with, like, you can go through a breakup or whatever and be stuck there. You can, just come home and try to get a job and, your felon keep coming up or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? And you just stuck there or what have you. You could just be stuck in any portion of life, you feel what I'm saying, arrested in your development. And so we just want to, tackle that a little bit, talk about that. Get more in depth into it and, like, give some solutions or ways that we deal with that type of thing. So just to start it off, man, on the basis of, like, being on stuck, and I see it, quite often as I, observe the world or what have you. Like, a lot of people stuck, man, you know what I'm saying? And they live in boxes. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't only just slaves just because we went through slavery, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we a slave to our emotions. We a slave to our feelings. You know what I'm saying? We a slave to, like, entertainment. We a slave to, like, really a lot of shit in life. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people try to say, that we are free, but 9 out of the 10, like, you know, even a person that's saying they free probably got the most, you know, slave trades out of everybody. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, I wanted to get into that more, like to talk, you know, and just to talk about it and actually help people, you know, get off of stuck, so you know we can move into another, uh, you know, level of life. You feel what I'm saying? And that's freedom. And like when you reach a period of freedom, is you know, to me, it's nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? So I've been watching a lot of like enlightenment videos on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And like motivational videos. You know what I'm saying? That really like helped me get to the point where, you know, I'm beginning to be free. You feel what I'm saying? I still got some stuff I gotta iron out, like the cigarettes and all of that. But you know, I'm on my way. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I could dig it.
One day at a time.
nah, like I'm just trying to give like an overview, but I'll end up connecting it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so the point of it all is like the fact that, you know, we all living, life hit us in different ways. I'm just saying, like, you know, when life do hit you, like, don't stay on stuck. Continue to like build on self-determination. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be stuck in your in the rusted in your development. You know what I'm saying? And continue to ask the question like, why is this happening to me or something like that? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's crazy because like that's how I was. Like I think I was in the streets heavy, like you feel me? Every day, like just in the mix. And then got booked. You feel me? That shit fucked my whole situation up. So it's like everything wasn't the same. My phone wasn't ringing the same. Like the cops was drawing around there. So it's like I was stuck. Like I'm like, yo, I was stuck on like trying to. I couldn't like I wasn't making the money. You feel me? Like I was stuck. Like and then I didn't know what to do. Like I really didn't know where I was going. That's when I was like, damn, should I start rapping? Like, cause I gotta take care of all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I wound up like just getting the job, just starting over. You feel me? Like, still moving forward. Like trying to like get shit together. Like you can't never like you can't be stuck. You gotta think about ahead. Like. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, nigga, you gonna take care of yourself how you supposed to. Like nobody else gonna do it for you. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So even if like I put my dreams on hold, I gotta take care of myself first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that shit hard.
Hell yeah. See what I'm saying? Like, and I imagine like once we get more into it, we gonna hear some more real stories, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna be able to dissect them and like, you know, assist each other on, you know, either getting off of stuck or continuing to stay off of stuck. You feel what I'm saying? A motivational speaker named Les Brown, right? I was watching his joint on getting off of stuck actually was the title of it. And like the one thing that I picked up from him, he said, man, if you don't learn from shit, like you gonna keep going through things. You feel what I'm saying? But if you grow through things, then you will never keep going through the same shit. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what we keep doing. You know what I mean? Especially in the hood, like we constantly going through the same things and wondering like, how is this continuing to, you know, happen? Like, why us? Feel what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. The way stuff is now, like. Everybody blind because it's like generations of this the way you're supposed to live. Like it's generally like our great grandparents, like all they know is, you know, pig feed and shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like, or you gotta eat this way and oh well, high blood pressure running your family, and you know what I'm saying. But when all that is not the case, it's just because of the situation we's in with this, you know, with the everyday world we go through, you know, with these people.
Yeah.
And it's like. They got us under their finger. They got us in control. Like they got us doing what they want to do, eating what they want us to eat. Like basically us dying out. You feel me? Like
You can't even go vegan no more, bro. They
That's what I'm
put the
saying.
shit in the vegetables now.
It
Everything.
made it to the
else,
point like it's so hard for us to like, how could you say, um, like be together and overcome that shit. You feel me? That's why I
Ain't no
look
way,
at
like,
now, like
I should see you and hate your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you. You the same color as me, but I got the grizz on.
Exactly.
When it's the other way around with them, they like, hey, how you doing? You feel me? But it's like they taught us to hate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's messing us up. And well, even with like the industry, everybody want to be drip. You feel me? All you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want the most bread. It ain't even about all that, bro.
Real
It
shit.
really ain't about none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they stripped us of everything we really about.
and that ain't even like sounding like cliche or what
Right.
the obvious black person to say. No, that's
Real shit,
like,
bro. Cause
yeah,
we pound it
issues,
out
like,
every day. Like for us to pound it out, do what we gotta do, take care of our families, everything. Like, and this shit still didn't come together. So it gotta be some type of, some shit in the background going on, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, and I mean when it comes to that portion of being stuck, like in that particular era of slavery, like we definitely recognize what Luch just said and Smooth just said, like so in that particular situation, like how as a people do we get out of that stuck? Like how do we get off of that being stuck there?
The conscious, I think, with the conscious of it, they said this year and the last 2 years was the most young people try to look into their ancestors or try to like, you know what I'm saying, like really dig deep into where they from or what's their real name or
Right.
you know what I'm saying, or how we were supposed to live, like.
and
Yeah.
Like one of the most uplifting years that we
Yeah.
had thus
So
far.
I think if everybody be on some same page conscious shit, like conscious, it's one conscious brain is better. Two is better than one. You feel me? So and they all connect like the nerve, like your nervous
Bro,
system. You feel me?
it's
That
like
shit
a
connect.
frequency.
Exactly.
Like, man, once your consciousness get to a certain point, bro, it's like a frequency. Like, you see how we've been friends for fucking 18, 19 years,
Right.
bro. Like, it don't matter if we don't see each other for a year, 2 days, 3 days. Once we get together or we not together, we could be in the chat, whatever, bro.
cracking
Same
the fuck up.
frequency,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, or like we all can be right. Like we all can be at a place at a time, right? And so a music come on like PD Crack, Flip Side, say Flip Side come on. All of us would be like yo, like you feel me? Cause that shit came out 6th grade, like we all was popular. But somebody that was just our friend, that's our friend though. But he just came around 5 years ago. He just gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, because he wasn't there at that same time that we experienced that frequency, that same level of, you know what I'm saying? Like that same vibration.
And that's cool too, because like you're not just gonna jump on that same frequency. Like we ain't just established that. Like it's like me and Buck. That's my old head. You feel me? Like I grew up like trying to chill with them. I was a little younger, hanging with him and Ham and shit, trying to run with them. Feel me? So I wasn't all the way there yet. But then when I got to a certain point, and we start going through certain situations in life, you just understand what you're supposed to be doing, like your mission and shit. Like, and you understand who you're supposed to be around and all that. It's real clear, bro. And it's not like, people try to blame shit and just be like, act like you don't know, but the whole time you went against your gut feelings, all that. You feel me? Mom Dukes tell you all that. You feel me? They keep it real with you for a reason. So it's like, for us to get to that level that we gotta start bonding, bro, just like we said on the last episode, bro, we gotta start getting to know each other more, bro. Being there for each other. I don't care if you like, all right, for instance, I'm a builder. You feel me? I build shit. I'm an entrepreneur. I do all that. But if it's another dude that's my age doing the same thing, he could be on the same block as me. You know how I feel? I feel fucking great about that, guys. Let's get it. Maybe we can put something together and build on to that, bro. So if I can build one crib in this amount of time, you can build another crib. Damn, now we can teach our nephews, our sons, blah blah blah. They gonna do this while we do like. And then before you know it, the whole fucking hood is built. We all replenishing our own shit. Like we don't need no outside source to come in and save us, bro. That's what I think. That's one of our downfalls, bro. That's cool. Jay-Z got a billion and all that. That's fucking cool. I don't care about that, bro. Why the fuck do y'all care about? Like, I don't care if somebody got Gucci shoes on. If they got some Walmart, I don't care, bro. You feel me? Let's get this, like, let's get ourselves together, bro, before we worry about what the fuck we look like and all of that. You feel me? Let's be there for our kids.
Let me say something. Like, as far as being stuck, like, I get it. Like, I'm a little older, a little 33, but I used to put myself in predicaments to be stuck. Stuck on a high, stuck on a girl, stuck in the streets, ignoring everything, the positive, ignoring that, but chasing the negative, all the shit that kept me stuck. I've been in the county a billion times. Sent up top for the same shit that had me stuck. It ain't no love in that shit. Where all the love was at, I ran away from that shit and chased all the negative to stay stuck. That's insanity. Doing the same thing over, looking for different outcomes. But far as a whole, as Philly and the world all together, if we pull each other up instead of knocking each other down, if I ain't stuck, I ain't letting my man be stuck. I ain't letting my man be stuck. I ain't letting my man be stuck. So we all on the same vibes, because one sour grape will really fuck up the whole fruit basket. You mean? So it ain't fuck what main man doing. You could do it too. Tell him something positive that'll keep him on what he on. And you get on that too. Exactly. Like, it's just we gotta kill the negative so we can get off stuck and be more positive, you mean? We all in the same predicament no matter what. We still in the fucking hood. We ain't in the hills yet.
Same block.
So we just gotta tighten up. Niggas got families. Niggas trying to own businesses. Niggas doing their music. Niggas just trying to prosper so we can get off stuck. And we gotta be conscious of our history, what our ancestors and people before us went through to get us where we at, so we don't gotta drink out them different water fountains, sit on that spot on the bus, can't go to this place and that place. Like, it's Black History Month. We got a lot more than we had. So to make a change, it start with you. So if you want to get off stuck, gotta start with you first. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put my foot down to start my wave, and I'm with the wave of my bros.
Right, you gotta be, man. You got to, dog.
Absolutely. So y'all feel as though, you know what I'm saying, like, from slavery, like, we stuck on, like, how they, you know, conquered and you know, they divided and conquered us, like, you feel me, like, light skin versus black. I mean, the darker skin, you know what I'm saying, Phil versus the house, long hair versus nappy, straight versus nappy, whatever, you know what I'm saying, like, so y'all feeling as though, you know what I'm saying, that those type of conditioning is what got us stuck even to this day.
All right, so now, can you recap the end of the question? My fault, I ain't hear you, bro.
Yeah, I was saying, like, you know, based on listening to y'all and y'all replies, like, I'm thinking that, you know, y'all feel as though through slavery, like, we was conditioned through, you know what I mean, like, divide and conquer. You feel what I'm saying? So dark versus light, house versus field, dad versus son, mom versus daughter. Y'all feel as though, like, we still on stuck based on those conditionings and that still existing in today's.
Oh no,
Sometimes, but
I don't like me. I'm vicious. Like, no excuses, boy. I understand the whole. Like, I understand the shit that we went through and all that, and I'm not discrediting that. Of course, you feel me? Because that's me. That's us. You feel me? But at the same time, bro, I'm not gonna keep talking about that. Every day I'm making moves, but I'm not gonna disregard that shit either. Like, it ain't over yet either. Don't ever think that shit over. You feel me? But at the same time, that's not the reason. That's not the only reason or the only thing that's stopping us. I can say that's probably 20% of it. You feel me? But I don't know, man. What you think?
You was gonna chime in?
Yes, sir. I dig where Lil coming from, but I think it'd be like a mindset. Like certain folk be so stuck in their ways and so stubborn, and their mindset is so much gray and fog in there. They not willing to accept change. Me being one, not discrediting myself. So like, if we know that we could change and accept it, and like Lil said, avoid the excuses and all the shit that kept us stuck for all them years. We've been oppressed before we was even born. All three of us sitting here at this podcast.
Still oppressed.
Yeah, we still getting oppressed, but sitting and complaining about it ain't gonna do nothing but have us in the same predicament. We gotta act out and act on it and stick together. And as a whole, like Brody said before he left, it's better, because two better than one and a bunch better than two. So I believe in this, and I'm going to keep the belief to be a strong force in my communities, because it's more, man. It's more. Like, life too short. You see what happened, so it's time now. Ain't no better time than the present time.
Yeah. I mean, excuse me. When when I think about conditioning and I think about like situations, right? A lot of people just base everything mainly on the situation in front of them, right? They don't really think too much about like the root causes or whatever. So if you got like a person that's on drugs in your family, like instantly you just gonna think about like what they stole from you, what they did, you know what I mean? Like you gonna enhance that and like, magnify that versus like, figuring out the root causes, right? Because I think as humans, like, we create each other. We train each other to be how we want each other to be according to our comfortability.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So, like, it's like, okay, so majority of relationships is codependent, right? So if Hammer on drugs, but I benefit from Hammer being on drugs, I'm not going to tell Hammer not to get off drugs. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm going to let him do what he doing.
Right.
The underline of it is, right, that low-key we was taught to do that to each other.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Oppress each
So if
other.
we stay in the situation, then we stay stuck. If we generate to the root causes, then we moving into a direction of being unstuck.
Sure.
You feel what I'm saying? So I do think from the Willie Lynch era to now, we are still stuck in those same basics that he gave to the masters to do to the slaves so they can have longevity in controlling them. That still exists. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And he said exactly what it would do. What it would do. They gonna start, after a year of this training and this conditioning, they gonna start doing it to each other. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all we've been doing ever since, just doing it to each other. They didn't have to, like, it ain't a white man. You know how people say the white man, ain't no white man over top of you at this point.
Definitely ain't.
Ain't no physical being that you can see. Ain't no overseers on horses. We still got overseers, but, they wear blue uniforms.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But that's cool. They can be. So that's why my whole thing with, like, quote unquote black leaders and all that, it's like, let me know what it is. You feel me? Like, because based on my observation, all people have ever been doing is to try to fit in.
Yeah.
To be equal, to be among the Americans, the same people that oppressed us. So like, I was always confused by that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, is we fighting to be equal, to be recognized by them?
The oppressors, like,
You understand what I'm saying? We need validation from them
buying their
who did all that they did to us. That's confusing to me. The other way is to take over this motherfucker and run it the way we see. Other than that, we just complaining.
That's real.
And being on turkey time because talking ain't it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, bro.
And like one more thing, the more we talk about race, black, white, all of that stuff, gender, all that stuff, to me, we just feeding the white, quote unquote, supremacy ideology.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? So when we out here fighting for black and white or rights or whatever, to me, all we doing is feeding their ideology. Race started in the 1600s, to my knowledge, and I learned that from a historian. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Before that, it was Englishmen, African men. That's how it was addressed. It wasn't no black, white. That's a controlling thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another thing I would just say is religion is, to me, a personal thing.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
There's no intermediate to get to your higher power, especially when you can do it yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So I would just end by saying, like, to me, the only way we can get all stuck is we like stop thinking about what already exists and create what we want to see in existence. You know what I mean? Because if we still stuck on black and white, if we still stuck on hate, jealousy, any of those type of things, jealousy, none of that type of stuff, I don't care about it. I can be amongst any human. It doesn't. I'd rather connect with you than to disconnect with you. And all of the stuff that's in existence is the stuff that's keeping us disconnected, keep this invisible line there, you know what I'm saying? And keep that white supremacy ideology going. And so at this point, those people are about to, I don't want to say die out, but them niggas about to die. You know what I mean? The last of those, because their sons and daughters, they not with that. They not with the black and white stuff no more. They, you know what I mean?
Real shit.
People are moving more towards what's right or wrong. You feel what I'm saying? You killed that man. Come on. Was it right or wrong? Not black or white or he was gay or whatever the fuck people use. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? To get out of stuck, man, we gotta start creating and designing a new world and how we see accordingly.
That's real.
And to add on, like, I feel you. We got to be more in tune with each other, though, because there's people out here that is building these, you know, that's crafting a new future and, you know, how it's supposed to be and living accordingly. But it's like it's to the point now where we go back to the Willie Lynch shit or whatever. Like, we taught the hate on each other and, you know, not trust each other and, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I know 10 different business people that do 10 different things, and I can go to them at any single time, bro. So it's like we should start investing in each other, basically. Like, instead of spending money on all this crazy shit, spending $700 on some sneaks, $200 on some Gucci stockings, like some dumb shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Why not create a pot, or why not create like a fucking charity or a trust or something? You feel me? For some kids or some shit like that, bro. That do got a mental to do this or do that might want to go to school but parents can't afford it, can't but they do archaeology, some shit like that, something that, you know, that's slept on in the black community. Like it's always the same couple things that we picking, bro.
Something that's worth it,
we
right?
gotta be more open. Like we gotta go do this, go see this, check up on people, and we gotta stop just caring about ourselves, man. Like,
Right.
Cause I know we all got shit that we gotta handle. You feel me? Like we all go through them situations, bro. But we can't just stop. Like stop living our life, stop living our craft just because we gotta handle this.
That's real.
Alright, man. So I think we take life a little bit too. Like I don't think it's supposed to be this hard, bro. I think it's supposed to be a smooth flow. I don't think I'm supposed to have to pay all these fucking bills, then taxes, then on top of the tax they tax you, they give you a refund, tax draw, and then they tax bro, come on.
More you make, the more you gotta spend. Higher tax break.
Like my folks fucked up. Like not my family per se, but my folks is us in general. You feel me? We certain John, like you see all these modernized cribs popping up everywhere. Which one of y'all grandmoms live in that John? Which one of the aunties live in that John? Dog? Like this shit is crazy. They hitting it $1,300 a month just to move in. And like to keep it real, bro, there's a lot of white families too that can't afford that shit, bro. Asian families that probably can't afford that shit. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's the system.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Like if you with us, bro, we ain't on no black, white, color shit. Bro.
All right.
Let's overthrow the system, cause we really gonna do something. Right?
Well, let me pick up where my bros left off at. It's like I really sat on my bed and read them Willie Lynch letters. It amazed me that it wasn't even another nationality stepping on my nationality. It was the same nationality but a lighter skin color. That's like, damn, we oppress each other so much from back then to now. It become part of your mental breakdown. But if you got a voice or a platform or your character can create change, we got to change because we going to still be stuck. We going to be grandparents or old as shit, and we going to be looking at our children go through the same shit. We was our parents' future. Now we parents, the kids is our future, our nieces, nephews, little cousins, little homies. So to switch up the demographic of life, we gotta stick together in the right ways of walking life.
Right.
Every day ain't perfect or nothing, but it's more than a lot of effort that a lot of us put forth. You gotta really be more conscious of to what happened then and to what's happening now. If you see how shit go, instead of being hot and heated about it, stand for something, or you always gonna fall for anything, man. I believe it because I've been there, or I would not be on this podcast. But you really gotta open your heart, like my man Cloverline say. Like you really gotta do that, and you'll understand more. When you keep wanting to be blinded, you always gonna be blind. When you keep wanting to be asleep, you gonna stay asleep, and you never gonna wake up. So once all of us, even me, once we all understand what's going on and really put our feet to it, put our eyes, put our mind to it, put our heart to it, then it's a different ball game. I already know because I already see it. I saw it happening. They said Barack couldn't do it, and he did it. He got off a step for us as a whole. So, like, come on, man. It ain't really too much of a color thing because shit happens. So let's like we just gotta tighten up. That's all.
Yeah, even with like the Barack thing and all of that stuff, like it's so crazy for me because I always feel like if it's seen, then it's been like created. You feel me? Like it's been plotted. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you don't wait all these years and then all of a sudden a black or like a woman is becoming in the fold. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially when those two things is like was major in the politicians. You hear what I'm saying? Like, no black president, no woman president. The same year. it just get introduced.
Yeah.
These people calculate shit. They don't just.
Yeah, it ain't no freestyle.
It ain't just a coinky dink. You feel what I'm saying? And like, I don't get stuck on that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't get stuck in Trump and all of that stuff that people be saying. I say stuff because I don't even fucking know. That's how much I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know it's a bigger picture than him. I know it's a smoke screen.
Exactly.
I know America's best weapon is a smoke screen. They always want you to pay attention to this while they doing this back door. You feel what I'm saying? I understand all of that. And to my knowledge, understanding is peace. When you got an understanding of life, you at peace, man. And to me, that's the ultimate getting off of stuck. That's the freedom. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when you go to do something and there's a voice that say you can't do that because of such and such, you inviting yourself to be stuck. You know what I mean? When you counter that voice and you say, well, I can, even though I acknowledge and I'm aware that in my mind is telling me I can't, I can. You feel me?
Right.
Like watching Edgar Tolle enlightenment videos and the book he wrote on Power of Now. He say the only existence is now. Ain't no past, ain't no future. All it is now. And the power of now, when you get to that space, that's freedom.
Right.
That's freedom. I'm talking about, he talk about your past being like the thoughts that you keep in your psyche, that you take, through your journey through life. And long as you keep them Jones and keep them in front of you, you're going to be stuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not even going to be able to foresee a future because your past going to become your future. You understand what I'm saying? And so ultimately you don't want to be in that space. You want to acknowledge that you have thoughts, you have a past, you have feelings, but you only are the awareness. Let me say it again, right? You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are only merely the awareness that recognize that those things exist inside of you. Meaning that because you had a past and you think about those things, that don't mean that's who you are presently now.
Truth.
That's the power of now. You understand? And when you get to that space, as I said, you will be free. You won't be living in tomorrow. But I ain't worrying about you know how much enjoyment you can get if you live in the now. You know what I'm saying? You got your kids, they running around. You talking about what you gonna wear tomorrow? How you living? How is you present? You know what I mean? So I imagine that's why anxiety exists. I imagine that's why depression exists. I imagine that's why jealousy or envy and or any of those type of things exist. Because we living in that pain body. Edgar Tolle also talks about America has the most sorrow in it. And I did some research, right? Pennsylvania, damn near 1 or 2 for depression. Philadelphia, damn near 1 or 2 in depression.
I believe that shit too.
And the question that a Southerner asks, Why are they so mad in the city? That's two of the key points right there. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of it, because of the depression and being number one at that, you can only imagine we number one in what? Obesity.
Yeah. Stress eating.
You know what I'm saying? So this is why over 1 billion served at McDonald's. Especially on the East Coast. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
This is the same reason why, you know, Philadelphians, we look at each other, walk by each other every day. You know what I mean? Mean mugging each other. You know what I mean? Shit changed for me when I went down south and I seen like, damn, like white people, everybody was just among each other like, hey, how you doing? Like, I'm looking like, the fuck is you happy for?
What they call it, pup? Southern hospitality?
Yeah. But see, my mentality was, the fuck is you so happy for?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know how it is when you see somebody like, damn, you Joe as shit, bro. Like,
Right.
why the fuck is you so happy? You feel what I'm saying? And if you see somebody walking down the street and you speak to them like, yo, you Joe as shit, you don't know me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the attitude, I imagine that's why we number one.
Yeah, it is, big.
Or number two is depression. Or why we fill the jails up.
Mm-hmm.
We number one.
Yeah, for
But-
sure.
And Kali number two. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Most juvenile lifers, most lifers, period. You feel me?
Right.
You ask the brothers,
Fucked up.
oh man, nigga disrespected me. I can't let nobody disrespect. Well, you disrespected yourself, you sitting up there for life. You feel me? And that
Yeah.
ain't no judgment to my bros, and I hope it ain't sound as when I said it, the shit sounded like it was vicious, but no bars, you know what I mean? Like no love lost there, like no judgment. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, we trained each other to be the way we are,
Right.
and
Man, a slave to your emotions.
the shit crazy. The family will blame you and do it, but won't take accountability that they created you. You feel what I'm saying? How many times you hear moms with these young parents, you feel me, like, hey, my son bad as shit. My son bad as shit.
And then when he be bad, he bad as like, come on.
Yeah,
You a
y'all got the
black
little girl twerking, but then when she in the thought language, then you cursing her out. Little bitch this, but you ain't taking accountability that you lined her up for that. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't even telling her that when she was twerking and y'all all was sitting around laughing, shit was a joke. And when she came home pregnant at 13, it wasn't funny no more.
Yeah, you prepared for that life.
You know what I'm saying? So like I say, man, it's just the simple things to me that's going to get us right. You feel me? Like, first of all, I don't even understand how we speak language that we don't question. You know what I mean? Like, every story I ever heard about Jesus or any religion was through somebody else. But niggas carry it like they knew him personally. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, if that's controlling and dictating your life, I don't get it. And I don't understand how free God ain't want us to be free. Cause all that stuff seem like it got a hold on you living a free life. And I ain't saying go out, drink, do whatever, smoke whatever. I ain't saying that. Cause that's what y'all associate that with. I'm saying, like, we ain't so free to do nothing without a thought that come from a book or something. When I know, when we born into this world, we free as shit.
Yeah, real talk.
And we born into a world that's of existence. And all we do is take on what was previously, in existence. You know what I'm saying? So at what point do we look back and say, oh, am I me? Am I truly me? Like, is my thoughts and my inside and my everything coming from me? Or is it a pre-thing that was pushed into my conscious, my subconscious, to control how I move? You feel what I'm saying? Did you always want to play ball? Or they said you was tall and you was going to eventually play ball? Did you want to play the piano? Did you want to do tap dancing? Who dictated that? You know what I mean? White people, who taught y'all how to hate?
Yeah.
You don't naturally just come into this world and hate another person. Who taught you how to hate? Your parent? And when do you wait till you get to college and say, oh, all that my parents taught me was a lie. Now I'm connecting with these people and they don't seem nothing like that. What Channel 29 tell me? You know what I mean?
Bullshit.
I got niggas up Mount Airy in the city, and for those that don't know the city, that's a nice area. So that's what we would perceive in the mentality of the slave to be a house nigga. That's when you made it to house nigga status, right? And the North Philly niggas who was living bummy, whatever, it was the field niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, your cousin from uptown? Oh, they rich. These was the mentalities, you feel me? So a nigga that never been to Logan, that's from uptown, that's from Mount Airy, that never been to North, got cousins there, they watch the news every day, they wouldn't dare come to Logan or North.
Geographical shit, they call it.
How boxed off in life are you at that point?
Yeah.
How stuck are you? Right. You ain't never been to New York, but the TV tell you that New York is this such a way. You never go to New York in your life based off of what somebody else just told you. I'll leave you with this. Life is all about what you believe. He who gets you to believe has the power. Believe in yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bet on yourself.
Let me follow up on you, Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
My bro just he came heavy and strong. It's like I can speak on everything that I know because I'm intellectual. No matter what I've been through, I'm intellectual. I read. You read. Knowledge is in the books. So you got to read because we wasn't born all them years ago to know stuff, and some of our parents or families wasn't there for different circumstances. So you got to be self-taught, earn the knowledge so you could switch like switch the ways that should be going. So in case you got family like how I do, so you could teach your children, so I could teach my children a different way because it's so easy for us to adapt to some bullshit than it is for us to adapt to something that'll put us on the right path for getting out of being stuck. Like
credit.
Yeah, like shit like credit, like Lil said. It mean owning a home, owning a business, your health, even such things such as your health. You gotta take care of your temple. That's from a drug addict saying this, but I'm more conscious than I used to be. But the Fido Buck, what he was saying, like, you can't be confused in your head or so fucked up that you don't understand how to get out of a jam, how to get from being stuck. Like, all right, people live up Mount Airy, people live up Chestnut Hill. We know that as the suburbs, but they not house niggas. They did something in their life to get to a better environment, just like the next man could do. I'm from the projects, but I moved to Logan, which is, to me, I thought that was the suburbs. Cause of the air was a little bit fresh. You mean it was a nice environment.
It wasn't buildings.
You mean it wasn't high rises. It wasn't. I wasn't used to seeing shit that I saw when I got up there until I'm like, damn, I'm living here for years. This the hood too. But now, who I believe in made a way for the children, my children, to not live in this environment no more. Them and their mother got out of here, her family get out of here to learn something else. So they could know, oh, okay, I'm from here. I see how I go up here. I know the values and ethics and morals that my dad, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles up there instilled in me. But now I got my mom, my grandparents, my uncle, my aunts and uncles in this environment, and it's different morals, values, and ethics. So it's not really about us being oppressed. Cause if you pay people no mind and you worry about the now, that shit won't even bother you. I was upstate not paying anybody that try to oppress me no mind. I walk past people every day that can't stand my guts and pay them no mind because it don't cost me nothing and it don't cost them nothing. So for shit to work, cause eventually we gotta be a whole, cause you know what they call them, the socialites and the higher ups, they put themselves on a pedestal because they devils. We gotta maintain and tighten up and use use the good side of our equilibrium to get shit on track. And if you ain't stuck, pull your man up, pull your family up, and get them. If they stuck, help them, and keep networking, and positive energy gonna generate. I know this shit for a fact, man. I know it for a fact. I'm one of the most stubbornest niggas on this earth, and I'm super positive. But I'm gonna end it like that. Like, open your heart, open your mind, open your eyes. Your now will be way better than your yesterday, and your tomorrow will probably be brighter. I'm out hammer.
Yeah, man. See me, man, I keep it real general. I roll with a system, you feel me? Like, what my system consists of is 3 segments, basically. Like, is what I learned coming up, what I had to unlearn, and then what I had to teach myself and relearn, you feel me? Because it was a lot of shit that we was taught when we was younger, like, yeah, do this, do that. But when you found out you got older, it was an easier way to do it or a better way that suited you. You feel me? So you had to discard that old way. You feel me? Like Christianity. I'm sorry. You feel me? But I learned it. I respect it now. You feel me? It's not my twist or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just some things, you feel me, that you gotta unlearn and relearn, bro. Like, and when it come to being stuck, bro, we gotta unlearn that shit. Like, come on. I'm not taking away, like I said, I'm not taking away from what we already talked about, because that's the biggest area, you feel me? And nowadays it's not a gray area no more.
Right.
We know that now. So the first part of the problem is understanding the problem. So now, damn, we understand the problem. We understand how we get cooked. We understand the exterminations upon all of this shit. Like, you feel me? We see it. Like, so now it's time to strategically plan against that shit, bro. That's the only way anything is going to do anything, bro. Like, I just feel like we can't just keep sitting around talking about this shit and not being about it, dog. Like, and like, to the people who out here struggling, like, even if you still in the stage of perfecting your craft, you don't see a profit if you just started your business, you trying to have a kid, you can't have a kid. Listen, man, like, a higher power, bro, like, he wouldn't give you these many struggles if you wasn't strong enough to cook this shit. You feel me? Like, that's like, why would you get a most shot to the corniest players, bro? You feel me? On some real shit, when you look at it, if you got everything, like, your shit easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, how you think I got my building game, bro? Like, it was shit that Mom Dukes got me and all that, but the shit that I wanted, that 500s, I can't buy that shit. So now I'm like, damn, how I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to build this together, do this. And this was before YouTube and all that shit. So now the power, bro, like yo, it's so much power in the media, bro. Like some of the shit that's in our heads, yo, we got to unlearn, man. Like on some real shit, like just teach your brain something new, man.
Get off stuck. Get off stuck. We gotta get off stuck.
Life is life. Do we really need a reason? Do the Bible really stand for basic instructions before leaving Earth? Do it matter? Cause I believe in the law and you follow Jesus' birth. Cause I'm in the masjid and you in the church. What's the difference about a child's birth? What's gonna be the difference when we all get put back in the earth? I search and I search, research, praying so much her knees hurt. Weighing on him, but he still works. Riding with that ting on him and just starting to feel the perks. Will jerks. He says a joke with a jerk. Pop another perk and begins to smoke. That boy got the devil in him, just look at that smirk. Too many pictures on them shirts. Am I working to live or am I living to work? I'm just learning to give even though it hurt. I'm just learning to live after 30 years on this earth. Mama been my nurse, gift and a curse. I'ma give her all that I'm worth until that day and whoever goes first. Mama, I love you. You gave me birth. Life is life. Do we really need a reason? Live your life. Whatever in life you find a pleasing. I'm living my life. I just left the 4 seasons. Weekend visit for no reason. Little drink, little reefer. I'm by myself listening to Aretha. And when I was in the zone, I came up with this song. It's cheaper to keep her. Not a cheater. I couldn't leave her. But she's a good freaker. I dick her down, then I feed her, then I leave her. No undies in the wife beater. I'm tired of robbing Paul to pay Peter. Jesus, my stomach hurt and I got a fever. The groundhog or the beaver. I guess every follower need a leader. If you gon' follow me, I guess I'll lead you. Striving hard to be a true believer. But when the bottle call, I grab a leader. All in all, how I end up at the bar, tipsy about to fall with my car. Guess not enough change in the parking meter.
That's my man.
Life is life. Do we really need a reason? When you live cold, do you end up in the freezer? We living, man, we getting old. We losing our teethers. They say at the end of the road, we'll see Jesus. If we can't take that bread, do it mold and crumble into pieces? Living in a world where you can't trust the preachers and the teachers get paid the cheapest and the lawyer make the most, but he does the leases.
You dig?
Crabs in the barrel, that's what they tried to teach us. Leeches, feces is what they tried to feed us like we was Beavis and Butthead. But instead, we kept breathing and kept feeding and kept freaking until we had a team of leaders that would seek us, seeking to stay up and not sinking the water that they kidnapped us in. So the fact is, we didn't have to sneak in. We here now and we not leaving. Everybody want to claim that they the people. But when the time comes, shit, we all got to leave here. I'm going to leave it right there until the next time that I see you. I meet you, I greet you. I do anything to protect my fetus. Keep breathing, keep breathing.
Conscious shit, man. That's my man. Like,
UrbanLife.tv, 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 TV, Underground rappers and newslife.tv.